I'm gonna show you guys how to make the best, juiciest chicken you've ever had in your entire life. I promise you, you will use this recipe, and I'm gonna also show you how to use this cutting board, expandable shaker, chicken barbecue spice seasoning thing, whatever it's called. I'm not a professional barbecuer guy, but we're using this, we're making the juiciest chicken, and I promise if you stay tuned to the end, you will see some mouth-watering chicken, and you're gonna put this recipe in your books. So let's get to it. So I'm making chicken tonight. I got the chicken in the cutting board slash rub container. It does come with a lid, which is super nice. So basically it's a cutting board, and then it's kind of like one of those expandable laundry baskets. You can make it taller. I have it at the low setting right now because I'm actually cutting the chicken. I gotta trim off the fat. Let me put it all the way down. Okay, so now you see it's all the way down. There's also a drain plug for when you need to empty any fluids out if you were marinating it with fluid, but it's very convenient because you get to use it for a cutting board, and then you can pull the lid, pull it up on the sides, and then you can like season your chicken and you won't get any seasoning outside. And if you really want to like toss the chicken and shake it, you can put the lid on and then shake it with the seasoning. And maybe I'll do that, but right now I'm gonna trim all the fat, and then I'm gonna season it. I'll show you guys everything, and then I'll show you some of the cooking process as well. You're gonna see how good this chicken comes out. So now I can season the chicken here, and I don't gotta worry about the seasoning spilling all over the place. And then I'm gonna give it a shake after I flip it. I'm gonna put the sides up a little bit here. Okay, so I have the sides up just a little bit so the seasoning won't spill, and I'm just out here doing the first pass on the seasoning, and then I'm gonna rub the chicken with this, then flip it over and rub it in again, and then I'm gonna toss it with the lid on. This is gonna be amazing. Watch this. All right, let's get the other side. And we're just gonna rub it all in there real nice. Make sure we don't miss any spots. So now the chicken is pretty thoroughly seasoned. I might have actually over seasoned it. And we're just gonna throw the lid on and give it a little shake to make sure we get all the edges. And now we're just gonna shake it. Make sure we get the chicken thoroughly coated on all sides. I've never been able to do this before, so this is cool. Is this how the real barbecue guys do it? Let's see what it looks like when I take the lid off. Got these clips on the edge. Take it off, and oh, the chicken got all slid over to the side. Boom. Seasoned chicken. All spaces, thoroughly seasoned and ready to throw in the pan. After the chicken's all seasoned up and ready to be thrown in the pan, get your pan with a little bit of oil in it, get it on a medium heat, right? And then we're gonna put the chicken in. Very important, we are just gonna leave the chicken for 5 minutes. We're not gonna touch it. Lay it down for 5 minutes, don't touch it. 5 minutes, don't touch the chicken. Just let it get a nice sear on it. Make sure you turn the fan on because it is gonna smoke a little, but don't worry, your chicken is not burning. The seasoning is just giving it a nice crust. While the chicken is going on the first side for 5 minutes, get a cup of water ready, 1 cup of water. After the 5 minutes is up, we are going to flip the chicken, and then we are going to put a cup of water in there, and we're gonna put the lid on, and we're gonna leave it for 3 minutes. I'll show you that in a second when we get there. I think we got like a minute left. But if you want to steam some veggies at the same time, all you have to do is once you flip the chicken and put the water in, you put the veggies on top of the chicken, then you put the lid on and you leave that thing for 3 minutes. You don't touch it. I'll get to that step, but I just want to let you know that if you want to steam veggies, get those ready too, because once we flip the chicken and put in the cup of water, before we put the lid on for the 3-minute cook, put those veggies in there. All right, so 5 minutes have passed. We are now going to flip the chicken over. Check out that beautiful sear we got. I don't know where my tongs are at, so we are working with what we got right now. Look at that beautiful sear. Okay, now we get that cup of water. I think I could have put a little bit more oil. We're gonna put that cup of water in there. Whole cup of water. Trust me on this one, guys. Now, we're gonna take these veggies, and I actually had some Brussels sprouts. Normally I'll do broccoli, but this is what we got, and I did use the lid of this thing as the cutting board. Okay, so normally if I was doing broccoli or asparagus, they would be resting out of the water across the chicken, but we're gonna work with what we got, and the beautiful thing is there's a lot of water in here, so it's gonna steam them. Everything's gonna come out great. Trust me on this one, guys. And I cut these in half. If it was broccoli or asparagus, I would have just let them chill. But Brussels sprouts are a little bit dense, so I figured maybe we should cut them just to give them a little bit better of a chance here. Put the lid on and let it cook for 3 more minutes. Once you put the lid back on, whether you got veggies in there or not, we are going to let it cook for another 3 minutes. Computer, set a timer for 3 minutes. When that timer goes off, do not take the lid off. Remove it from the heat and let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. Very, very important. This is where all the moisture gets absorbed into the chicken, and it will continue steaming the vegetables as well. After those 15 minutes are up, take the lid off and welcome to Flavor Town. Remember, don't touch it. Let it work its magic. Be patient. This is the important part. Take it off of the heat and let it rest for 10 to 15 minutes. Our 10 to 15 minutes has passed, and it is time to pull the chicken out of here, drain the water, slice it, and just show you how amazingly juicy this is. All right, so we are going to get the chicken out here. Oh yeah, that's the juicy chicken right there. Come here, girl. This might be a not safe for work chicken recipe. Ooh. Hot and steamy. We're gonna run the Brussels sprouts a little too dense, so we're just gonna put them back on the stove for maybe like 5 minutes on a simmer with the lid on. All right, so let's get in here.
Outside.
The side right there, look at that. Oh, look at that, dry chicken, nowhere in this kitchen. This is that juicy, juicy, juicy chicken. Oh, I wish I had my tongs. Look at how juicy that is. Look at how juicy that is. Can you see the glistening moisture coming out of that? It is the antithesis of dry. It is not dry. This is juicy chicken. It's not for you. Chill out. So juicy. Mom, try this chicken. That's that juicy. To recap real quick, take your chicken, pat it dry, get it nice and dry with a towel, paper towel, whatever. Season the heck out of it with whatever you want. We used Cajun seasoning right here. You could do salt and pepper, lemon pepper, whatever you want. Then oil your pan, set it to medium, let it heat up for a second. Put the chicken in there and leave it for 5 minutes and do not touch it, right? And don't put a lid on yet. Turn the fan on because it might smoke a little bit. After the 5 minutes is up, we're gonna flip the chicken. It'll look like it has a burn on it, but it is not burn. That is just the seasoning being charred to perfect deliciousness. Add 1 cup of water, put the lid on. If you wanna steam veggies, put those on top of the chicken as well. If it's dense like Brussels sprouts, make sure you cut them into smaller pieces. Put the lid back on, leave it for 3 minutes. Do not take the lid off. Be patient. After 3 minutes, remove it from heat, set it to the side to rest for 10 to 15 minutes, and you will have the juiciest chicken you've ever had in your life. Thanks for watching.